Hello, everyone. Welcome to Watership Studios' third podcast. We're sitting with me, Keith, Callan X,
Hi, this is Zach.
Hey, it's Adam here.
and I'm joined with a very special guest, a good friend of mine. Tom, introduce yourself there to the fans.
My name's Tom Dexter, and as he said, I'm just a special guest here today.
Yeah, got a special treat for you. This is my good friend Tom.
It's like a piece of
He knows a lot
chocolate.
about. It's delicious, Mr. Man,
Oh
me.
Well, I was informed that this conversation was going to be about religion, not homosexuality.
That'll be
It's a gay
another
topic, though.
another
Different
topic.
day, different
Yeah.
discussion.
that'll be a whole new journey there, Tom. Let's slow it down.
We're talking about crosses and crucifixes, not cocks here, cocks and balls, you know? Sorry, is that too profane for you guys?
No, we don't give a fuck. All right, now listen. So today's podcast is about religion. We thought maybe we brought it up. You know, we always talk about video games, and we're like, let's change it up. So we're gonna talk about religion today, and our four of us together talk about our standpoints on what we believe, what we see. Who wants to start it off? Who wants to give their first point?
Why don't we start with our special guest, Tom?
Special guest. Well, what would you guys like to learn about religion today?
Listen to this kid.
Well,
With
what's
my-
your
my years
standpoint
of
on
experience.
religion?
What would you characterize your religion?
Well, I don't have religion. I was raised Catholic my whole life, but I lost my religion in college due to a philosophy class. It's so simple.
You got
Um,
molested.
Well, there's a joke I just told Keith earlier. So, why do altar boys have their hair parted?
Oh God.
Because the priest pats their head saying it's not a sin, it's not a sin.
Oh God.
That's good.
You can
That's
visualize
good.
that.
That was a good joke there, Tom. That was good.
But yeah, I'm here for the comedy relief today. But on a serious note, if you want to get my serious view on religion, it would be a metaphor that God would be like I say, God would be a stream of water. And I say that people go to that stream when they're thirsty, and they pick up the water whatever container they have on them at the time. So the substance of water never changes, but of course everyone knows water takes the shape of the container you put it in. So whatever container the person picked up God with, it might look different, but the substance is the same. So I think all this like religious unrest that you see in the world is a whole bunch of bullshit because it shouldn't matter, it's the substance that's important, not the shape of it. That's basically my outline of religion right there. So I don't know who wants to follow up on that.
Well,
That's,
I agree. I agree. That was very good.
Yeah, that was good.
I've been an atheist for quite some time now.
Oh
I'm
God.
not sure when I. No, this. I thought you were like agnostic. I thought you were like a spiritual type person. Like you believe in like a spirit type thing.
Well, I mean, I like Native American views on the world. Like they're much more open to other religions and stuff. But I do believe in a God and not a traditional God. I don't believe in like a
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I mean, we watched that Zeitgeist. You saw that, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So that was like a foundation of like back when I think it was like freshman year. I started to develop like more because I've never liked religion. Like I never liked church and God and all that kind of stuff. But I couldn't really define what it was. And
Yeah.
I watched Zeitgeist, which those of you who have not seen that, go out and see right away. It's great little flick. I don't know what you call it, documentary,
Yeah,
informative movie.
it's a
I guess I don't
documentary.
know.
I'd recommend everyone watch it, even if it's just to see it and understand it and I don't know, enjoy it.
Basically, Zeitgeist is broken down in three parts, and the first part is religion and pretty much debunking religion.
Yeah, because it says like it takes the religion and basically shows what it is. It's basically a story passed down into different cultures, and the cultures change it in a way, but it's basically the exact same thing. I think it came from like the Egyptians. Is that what they identified it as? Or?
All right, so now do you want to take this religion thing to a crazy fucking area right now? Huh?
All
Sounds
right,
like the Joe
all right.
Rogan right now.
Go ahead.
Shout out to Joe Rogan. Hey Joe Rogan, what's up? I'm gonna be you today.
This is going good.
The crazy shit is a lot of stuff in Zeitgeist. Basically, the whole point of Zeitgeist, the whole religion breakdown point, is showing you how all these religious stories, like Judaism and Christianity, all these Old Testament stories that people think originated the Word of God, were actually if you want to call it rip-offs in a way, of ancient Sumerian stories. Now, the ancient Sumerians, all the world culture has pretty much got all their like ideals from ancient Sumeria. It's where the first human civilization.
Right.
And a lot of these religious myths, like even Noah's Ark, like story you hear in like the Old Testament, is a story that is like copied off an old Sumerian story. It's very similar.
Right.
And the crazy thing about all this, I'm going to change the subject a little bit here, is the ancient Sumerians, all their like ancient texts and all their stories, they say came from like aliens.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I mentioned aliens here in this religion part. I'll say something real quick. I'm just quoting the late great George Carlin. Me and Keith were talking about this earlier. George Carlin, man, that guy was probably the greatest comedian of all time, and he's a very smart, intelligent guy. And what he says is when he's talking about religion, he's like, if you go around saying you believe in aliens, people look at you like you're fucking crazy. You're a kook. You're out of your mind.
Right.
But you say you believe in the little man in the sky, and everyone, there's no problem with that. But I mean, both issues are really similar because there's no like hard evidence. It's like it's faith. You need faith to believe in aliens. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just weird our modern perceptions about stuff. That's all.
Yeah, he said something along like, "There's more evidence supporting aliens than there is a God."
Yeah.
Now I don't know. Like my viewpoint on aliens is I don't know. I'm not sure about that territory yet. I think they're a fascinating subject, but I don't know. Like it's really hard to believe that there isn't something else out there besides us. But it's very I don't know. It's very mysterious. Like something that could be really studied more. But as far as religion goes, I mean, I don't think there's a God per se. I think I think it's just a story, like an ideal.
Yeah.
I think it's more like a fake, a false like hope and something to explain our questions.
People needing some type of hope, something to believe in, something knowing that someone's always watching them, someone that has their back, is a good positive thing to do. But in reality,
Now I know it seems to be that this podcast has gone like we're bashing it, but I know that Adam here has been the quietest of all four of us. Is not an atheist as far as last time I knew. So you'd like to share like how you feel about it?
Right. I actually am not atheist or agnostic. I was born and raised Lutheran, which I have pretty much been my whole life, and I would say that I'm still, pretty much a Christian. Now, I'm not entirely sure. I feel like I'm in that point where I'm kind of almost molding myself to fit what I believe religiously, but I would still overall think that I could be called a Christian. So I'm kind of the minority tonight.
That's cool. Yeah, no, Junaid, our fourth, did not receive any messages from us. Like he didn't make it, and
well, I messaged his ass, but
yeah,
he
no,
did not
didn't
respond.
answer or whatever,
So
but
that's a no to me, aka no. So I only give him a couple chances and then I move on. He's a hard person to get hold of sometimes. But I know he's not atheist. What is he?
He is
Hindu?
Muslim.
Muslim.
Muslim. There we go. Something. I may not know all the religions by definition, but
Yeah.
Keith, I think we had really religious people in here right now. They'd be kind of pissed at you for bashing their religion. Muslim, Hindu, it's all the same.
I don't give a fuck. No.
Oh God.
This is America, all right?
Wars are gonna be starting because of this.
We are Christian in America.
this
I don't give two
podcast.
fucks what you say. If you hold a goddamn gun, you're dark skinned, you're Iraqi, I kill you. You got the oil and all that good stuff.
Wow.
I believe in
Okay.
both.
But yeah, so I guess Adam kind of explained. Did you want to say anything else, Adam, before I give my little spiel?
Well, we really haven't heard what you are technically yet.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so I guess this is Zach, and I guess you could call me atheist if you want, because I mean technically it's not believing in a God, and I don't believe in relative terms of there being a God, like someone watching over us, in the sky, or however you want to look at it.
Mr. Jesus.
Yeah, there are a lot of different ways to perceive God, and it's just a word. So, but in relative terms, you could call me atheist. And Yeah. So Adam, did you want to continue then? Now that we know roughly what I am.
Well, see now.
Um, Actually, I'm just kind of curious. What for for the three of you? What um was there anything that made you? Was it just kind of a gradual process that you kind of just slowly started
Mm.
disbelieving, or?
Well, I know for me, it was kind of learning in school and through science classes and watching the Science Channel. Just over time of learning the laws of physics and such, I kind of believe more of the scientific approach to both evolution and how the our universe was created and basically the mainstream science beliefs is probably what I would say I would follow most closely to.
Mhm.
Here we go with the science thing.
Oh yeah. Well, I know. For me, it was more like when I was little, I really didn't care for religion very much. I know I remember going to church and all that. My parents were, I was previously Methodist. My parents are still Methodist, and we used to go to church a lot. And it really bothered me. I hated every Sunday morning getting to go to church. And it wasn't like I was like old enough to really intelligently debate about the subject, but it was more like I just had that feeling I didn't like it. Like I just did not like it.
Mhm.
And I remember being in church, and I remember one time just a preacher being up there talking, and people just like like saying amen and singing all these songs. Like it looked like a field of zombies to me. Like these people had no free thought at
Oh,
all. Like, and I was just like, what's this guy have this power to dictate like how I should think, what I should say, and how I should feel? Like I just didn't like it. It felt like a power to me. Like this guy had some sort of divine right to tell me some shit. And I never just not liking the feeling I got when I was in church. And after a while, I just stopped going, and I just kind of eventually those feelings I just kept like that, and I realized I just have like an atheist point of view. I'm not sure there's like Tom agnostic, some people like agnostic. I'm not sure
I
I
wouldn't say
see
I'm
that.
agnostic.
Well,
I wouldn't say that.
whatever your viewpoint is, whatever you would label it as. Some people have that spirituality thing, like there's like a spirit type thing that everyone lives with, like there's a connection between people.
yeah,
Maybe there is, maybe there isn't.
you could probably say it's being agnostic, understanding that you think there is some kind of spirituality, some kind of unknown
Right.
factor, but you're not really sure what it is, what you
Right,
believe
but
in.
I'm not saying like I don't know if I believe that either. No, I look at people as just animals. I mean, we're just to me like people are just like no better than rats in a way. Like we're just animals. I mean, it's simple as that. I mean, I think just as animals we be more intelligent, and we like humans are only animals in the entire world, Earth, that can visualize their death. Like can actually think about it.
Mhm.
Other animals don't. So we're intelligent enough to think about these things in retrospect. Like, what is it? What happens when we die? What's gonna happen? And that's kind of how it started. Like, what happens when we die? How would these questions answered? And then we kind of developed this God and religion type thing, and we developed these things to explain these questions to us because we're intelligent enough to get wind up at these questions. And unlike other animals that just don't care, they just run around eating, pooping, and fucking. I mean, that's about all they do. I mean, if you think about it, that's kind of like all we do. Why do we work? To get money. Why do we need money? So we can eat. Why do we have relationships with things? Because we want to fuck things. I mean, it sounds like I'm being sick about it, but I mean, if you think about it, the most basic sense of human needs, what we do, that's kind of what it traces back to. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's just people being animals. It's what we are. So, whatever. But that's my feeling on it.
I don't know, Keith. I think when I told that joke earlier about the Ultra Boys, it struck a nerve because someone touched you when you were a little boy.
Oh
I'm just saying, you're
no.
saying you don't know about this, you don't know about that. I think you masturbate, and you're like, am I doing it right? I don't think there's a lot you know
I
about
don't
it.
think I understand this. What the fuck?
There's more. There's more. All I'm gonna say is I don't know. I think there's more than just the physical realm. Like for me, the physical realm and the spiritual realms, you want to call it spiritual realm. I think they're one and the same. I think like all of existence is made of the same stuff. It's something that like Plato talks about in the Republic. How there's it's almost like comparing. All right, in our quote unquote physical realm, you know how you have like liquid, gas, and solids. I
Plasma.
compare like all of existence. Yeah, like I think like all of existence is sort of like that in a way. Like comparing the physical world and the spiritual